Hello, my friends, and thank you for coming to uh, share a shave with me. Today's shave is brought to you by Eleven's Apollo. Uh, I'd forgotten I'd had this, and so this is the first time I've used it. Um, I believe it was released. Uh, I don't know when it was released, but it was in my cabinet and never used. So figured I'd break it out and give it a shot. I suspect it's to celebrate the anniversary of the moon landing, our first moon landing, Apollo 11, and I'm remembering where we were. We were living on base and at Kadena Air Force Base in Okinawa when the first moon landing. And well, I'm going to go through the rest of the equipment. Today is using a Sterling fan-shaped Badger brush. I'm bowl lathering, and this is a first shave back. I've got my Jerry Stark 5/8 straight. This is straight from the hand of the maker. I've stropped it, but this is with his edge on it, and so just to be careful, because there are two unknowns, and I don't like to have two unknowns in an equation. I'm protecting myself a little bit with the intergalactic space cubes from Phoenix Shaving Accoutrement. I'm pretty sure, given from what I've read and been told, that Jerry puts a mean edge on his razor, so I'm expecting this thing to be savage. Soap is nice. It really came along fast. Didn't take very much either. I was to kind of preserve it, because I know it's a soap that I probably won't use much, or I might piff, or I might keep it just because I like the picture on the front. I remember that the Japanese and the toy industry, they just went mad over the moon landing stuff. So there were little Apollo 11 figures and toys all over the place. They had a little, what they called Dad called them dime stores, and we called it a 10 yen store. Just kind of in the neighborhood, and we would get our allowance. And I remember seeing pencil cases and all kinds of stuff with lunar landers and Saturn V's and all kinds of depictions on them. Oh, here we go. Yeah, Jerry does a mean edge. It might have been that I had some geometry trouble before, and he probably killed the edge and reset the bevel. That'd be my best guess is what happened. And because it's doing pretty good now. What, sweetie? Safety Cat Jr. is here. That's Noelle. You've heard her before. She's pleading to get up into the window. Clearly that's not going to happen today. either that or she's warning me of a Murphy lurking nearby that she's trying to scare off. I'm not sure which. It's a little bit grabby, and I'm not sure if it's the soap or the razor. Touch on the harsh side. Well, kind of painted myself into a corner there. I didn't do my standard. I don't think I have standard strokes yet. And I've been doing this for years. Never really had trouble. Let's see how we did. Pretty good reduction. This is a 2-day. So this is be a on the third morning. Kind of a skip a day. Yesterday just didn't have time to shave with all the business going on. And so I gave myself a pass yesterday. Today, so we're back at it. I still haven't decided. The fragrance of this soap, it doesn't seem, if it has one, it's awful. Maybe it's the COVID. I can't detect any fragrance. Maybe it smells like rocket fuel, and rocket fuel doesn't have any fragrance to it. I don't know. Sam, Wood Pusher, was reviewing the films, and he said he recommended to try upward strokes like this on cheeks to so I get a little bit more lather up there. This gets kind of thin when I go down. See how thin it gets, and for me, that works. It works pretty good. Thanks, Sam. That was a good tip. So yeah, it's good. That's one of the benefits of our relationships, that we get to review each other's films and give each other tips on technique problems that we see, or if somebody's having a problem, they can kind of pass that along. Say, hey, why don't you try doing it this way? Now, it might be a little weird or unusual. I've been watching other guys. I like to use the entire blade, and I don't know why. There's just a little bit of a Gillette slide there. Use fewer strokes, but then there's a little additional hazard when you do that, so you gotta be careful. especially if you're doing a slide. You have a big naked blade and you're bringing it this way. There's always the opportunity for grievous wounds. I can feel a little bit of stinging from probably, yeah, cut myself right there. Not from a slide, but I think I'm struggling a little bit with technique. I'm not sure though. I think everybody gets a little nip now and then. So I think because my last shave, I enjoyed that dragon's blood fragrance so much. Oh, I think I get it. I was applying a little pressure. Let the razor do the work. That's right. No pressure. That's what she was trying to tell me. Because you can see it seeping a little bit through there. You stop moving when you're doing this, you can. Not a good idea. I hadn't thought about it until Bubba Dave brought it up the other day. That move has crept into my straight technique. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I have to be aware of it. Okay, chatting while you're at a zit there. Chatting while you're shaving is one more distraction. Where you can have a lapse in concentration. And you can leak precious bodily fluids. Here we go. Yeah, it's a good shave. I think it's Stark. This thing is wicked sharp. And maybe a little tiny bit harsh edge, which will wear in as we use it. Now let's rinse off. Get a little alum on the forward hull plate right there. A little bit here on the starboard side, and then just the overall tingle that tells you that you've got it pretty darn close. Yeah. Good session. What whiskers I didn't get are scared back down under the surface. Move my wife's necklace, put it in my way. I think I've got what, sweetheart? There's Lemon. She went running up the hallway. I think she's chasing a wayward Murphy away. Got the two in one here. Little shot of that. And it has a nice fragrance in itself, and it didn't hurt the Dragon's Blood, but I did find I had the Sangre de Drago in the cabinet. I just hadn't thought about it. Forgot it was there. Otherwise, I'd have used some of this with my last shave. It's Dragon's Blood, a little sandalwood and oud. That smells pretty good, but I'm not going anywhere. I don't have to impress anyone, so I'll just put a little bit on so I can smell myself for a while. Any rate, three passes, pretty good shape, except for a little nick here, and we'll have the repair crews working on that in no time. I'm Major Rich. You'll find me on theshavingcadre.com. You're finding me on YouTube. Subscribe, like, and whatever. Share it with your friends, and we'll see you for the next shave. Bye bye now.